Hi everyone, Angelina Sparkling Deva, and this week a card reading is on your love, what you can expect in your love life in 2020. And as you can see, I've got all these cute little thingies. That rose, I've got my that one there. I've got my Christmas tree full up with those roses, and these angels are in my Christmas tree as well. They're really quite old. I bought them in 87, 88 for my first Christmas tree ever. And for the numbers 1, we have the cute white angel with the pressy. For the numbers 2, the golden angel, and she's holding a wand with a star. And for the numbers 3, we have the angel with the trumpet on a pressy. So if you make your choice, we're going to begin with the reading. Numbers 1, I've decided to first have a look at your potential for 2020 when it comes to love. And then we're going to look at a few cards, what you should do to actually also get that, right? But the potential, that means that you could get it. You can get it. It is there for you. It's waiting for you. But often there's still some blocks in our way. So that's why we're going to look at that as well, what you still have to do. So isn't that cute? I so love that. Anyhow, we're going to look at your cards. And then we have for you very soon. And then we have soulmate, and then we have honeymoon. There's 2 more cards from a different deck, but let's start with these. Well, very, very positive, right? If you indeed also then do what's required of you, it will come very soon. And the person that you're going to meet is a soulmate, meaning it's a very deep, good connection. You will likely have this sense of, I know you, I've seen you before, and you will just really resonate because you're soulmates. And it's going to be a really good connection. We see that here as well because we have the honeymoon card. Now that can be literally a honeymoon, doesn't have to be. It can also be just enjoy a really wonderful time together, be completely, totally, madly in love, and the romancing. You know, if you go to Venice, because this is in Venice in Italy, there's love couples that do that, right? Also people who get married, there's people who get married there, but also love couples. And like this gondolier, he has these huge white wings. So it's an angel then, meaning it's a very good high connection. And I really like that. It's a wonderful card. Yeah, and if you already are seeing someone, then maybe you indeed are going to be proposed to and going to have your wedding and your honeymoon this year. So this is your potential for 2020. And also this 2 more cards from, I'm going to leave the soulmate card in the middle. I like that. So you can see that. I so love that card. We have the lotus flower, unfoldment and dawn, new beginnings. So I do feel because of this card, for most it will be a new person. It is possible someone you've been with before, like reconciling with an ex and then having a new beginning with that person. But it feels stronger to me that it's going to be a new person. And the unfoldment, I feel that is mostly, as also the relationship, of course, right? That's going to come up and it's going to open up. That lotus flower, that beautiful lotus flower, very high energy. And but I also feel that it's represents you, that you've gone through some transition of sorts, and that you now are finally coming up, because these lotus flowers they grow in muddy waters, and that you now come up out of these muddy waters, and you rise, and you open your petals, and you bloom. You know, you're gonna really blossom and show your beauty and your glory, and really truly wonderful. Yeah, but that's also what then has an effect on the relationship, of course. So I just also feel this connection itself will be, yeah, like I said here, quite a high connection, really resonating with you, because it's gonna come up out of that water, and then that lotus flower, really high energy, isn't it? So I think it's gonna be a wonderful relationship. See if that stays up there. And we're going to look at what you should do in order to get there. If there's still stuff that you need to work on a little bit. It doesn't need to be all that drastic, okay? Sometimes we have huge blocks. It doesn't have to be that way. Maybe you've already done a lot of work. Yeah, that varies. So we're going to look at that. Actually, first I want to do this card. Enlightened heart and mind, active versus passive. That is basically about wanting something, asking for something, and then letting it go, and let the universe take care of it. So not constantly, like you have these phases, right? You first ask the universe then answers, then you have to find a way to receive it, to allow it in, etc. And if you're constantly in the asking phase, like, oh, come on, angels, come on, universe, bring me my lover, where's my lover? And I want him, her to be like this, that, and the other, where is my lover? Then it cannot come in. So you have to kind of relax and enjoy life. And then you will get into alignment. Then you will also, if need be, receive inspiration, messages that will get you on the way to meet that partner. Right? So don't be too active in the wrong way all the time. I hope that makes sense. Also, I haven't got my pointer, then my arm is going to be in the way. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. With the first card, the Two of Pentacles, you must not be have these ego things going on within. You have to be very mindful of that, because you see two hares boxing there. But I feel for this reading, it represents you and your ego, that maybe you go back and forth quite a lot still in doubting yourself and not feeling worthy and so on and so forth. And then you go back to feeling good, standing up for yourself, having boundaries, and then go back doubting and all that stuff. You have to be mindful of that. Don't do that, right? And it is good to stand up for yourself, to show yourself, to stand tall. But if you do that properly, you do not have to fight. There's no reason for that. And I feel if you can overcome these ego things that are going up and down so much, then the waterfall will start to flow again. I feel so, I've never had that before, but I feel as if this was blocked off here for a long time with a huge rock, so the water wasn't flowing, and now that rock has gone because you become more stable if you stop that ego battling thingy, the wounded ego, I mean then, right? And then the water can start to flow, then there will be abundance, and everything will start to flow, everything will be possible because there's so much here. And then you get to that, abundance. And I'm not talking financial abundance, I'm talking about emotional abundance, feeling good, feeling happy, feeling joyful, believing that it's possible because there's so much, right? It's flowing again. And then you also get a transition. You're going to move to another place. Maybe that means just presenting yourself differently, because we have that swan. The boat is a swan, right? It's a very elegant animal, bird, the swan. So maybe you're going to present yourself completely differently, far more confident and together, and believing in yourself. And also more really knowing what you want. Because all these arrows here on that sail pointing in the same direction, right? So, yeah, no more. I have to look that up again, whether it's willy-nilly or nilly-willy. I can't remember. I've looked it up so many times, I just can't remember. It's not no more randomly doing things, dating or trying to. No, you really are focused now. Because that's basically what that is. And we see that here as well with the Knight of Pentacles. Really wanting it, really going for it, really putting the work into it and persevering. So not so much this anymore, that going back and forth, like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to, I'm not worthy. Oh yeah, I want it now. I really would like someone, a partner, blah, blah. And then going back to not feeling lovable and so on. Here you just go for it. You just want it. And you're willing to do something for it as well, you know? So that's basically what you have to do for it to, because the potential is great for 2020. It's absolutely wonderful. So I hope the story, especially from the tarot cards, resonates with you. And I'm going to wish you an awful lot of luck for 2020. Bye. Right, numbers 2, the golden angel, cute little golden angel. We have, this is your potential, and we're going to look at what you need to do still to reach that potential in 2020 for your love life. We have give your relationship a chance, we have new love, and we have flirt. Now, what I feel with this is there can be a new love, or if you're in a relationship or seeing someone, renewed love, right? Rekindling of the feelings. But you have to give it a chance, and that has to do with, we're going to see that in a bit with the, what you have to do, has to do with patterns. And letting go of old patterns and things and beliefs. And so not giving up too easily based on things that happened in the past, or beliefs that you have that men or women are always like this, that and the other, and you can't trust them, and blah, 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 all these stories that many people tell, especially if they've been hurt. And it's important to be aware of that and to let go of these things and to be more lighthearted, more playful, and flirt a little bit more with basically everyone, right? You can also flirt with people from the same gender, not sexually, not to get a relationship or something, but just playful, fun, lighthearted. And then your vibration, your energy will shift. And so there is really potential for a new relationship, new love, and or in a relationship, the rekindling of that. And we have from another deck also the potential. We have these two cards, Ancestors and Dreamtime. And the Ancestors is about these patterns. Letting go of patterns and beliefs and thoughts and all that stuff that don't serve you anymore. And do hold on to stuff that does serve you, but let go of the stuff that doesn't serve you, that is based on maybe what your mother or your father believe, or whatever, you know, or what you've seen happen to friends and family, or your own experiences in love. And it is really important that you begin to believe in yourself more and are stable on your own 2 feet, stand on your own 2 feet, feel connected, believe in yourself, believe in love. Believe in love. That's funny. And knowing that you can have it all, you can create it all. You can manifest it all as long as you believe in it. And in order to get there, you have to let go of blocks, limiting thoughts, beliefs, behaviors, and so on and so forth. Start believing is very important. You have to start believing. And then you can have it. You really can. And it is there. It is waiting for you with a new love and also this card. So chances of it happening are quite good. Funny enough, this is about what you should do, and we have tarot cards for that as well, to make it happen or increase the chances tremendously. And this is also, again, about feeling worthy and examining your partnership heritage. You know, so again, the limiting beliefs, patterns and things from you, your family, from friends, whatever, and look at who your partnership role models are. Are they the right role models or not for you, right? Or are you repeating patterns when it comes to love? And that's what that card is about. So that's really important. It comes up a lot. And then we're going to look at your tarot cards. What you can do to make sure that you're going to get there in 2020. Or very close otherwise. But you can get there because there is new love. We've seen that. What you have to do, again... the limiting beliefs, the patterns, letting go of that, transmuting that. If there's still pain in your heart from past relationships or whatever, feelings of unworthiness and so on, you have to work on that, let go of that and feel that you're worthy, because this also says jealousy, right? And so you're not jealous because you know your worth. And standing on your own 2 feet, not being clingy, needy, dependent, codependent, being able to leave the past behind, burning that away. Again, flames there as well. And here too, transmuting it, really transmuting it. Letting go of what doesn't serve you any longer, whether it's patterns, cycles, thoughts, and again, it comes up, right? Because we see these hives here, which I feel is these thoughts and patterns, beliefs, and so on and so forth. They can't do anything anymore. They've started to fall apart, and you have to leave that behind and get things together for yourself so you can work on your dreams. The 3 of Wands this is. So you can work on your dreams and start looking forward to the future, to manifest your dreams, to see them coming, to heal. There's healing here, right? With these 2 snakes. And this is funny. You see that smoke here. I'm not certain if that's supposed to be smoke or clouds, but it makes me feel that's the smoke that is coming of that fire. You're leaving that behind. You're walking away from it. You're healing, looking and walking towards the future, towards fulfillment. And we have the 5 of Cups, feeling great, feeling wonderful, knowing your worth, being playful, light-hearted, having fun in life. And that's what you need to do in order to get that new love. And yeah, I said that a number of times now. It comes up a lot in your reading. The limiting beliefs, old patterns that don't serve you, limiting behaviors, thoughts, and so on and so forth. Please look at these things, because it doesn't come up for no reason whatsoever, right? It comes up with many cards. So I'm going to wish you a wonderful 2020. And remember, please don't get desperate or whatever when you watch this, because it is possible. It is possible. New love. Wonderful. Right? So, yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you with the next reading. Bye. Number 3, the ones who chose this little angel with the trumpet. With your cards, I feel there's more than these, right? And I'm going to go through them as well. This is your potential for love in 2020. And what I feel, there's also cards that tell you what you should do in order to get to the full potential, to the highest potential for you in 2020 in love. Now, I feel that many who choose this have kind of given up hope of it being possible, or finding it, or something like that. And it is important. Hang about. I got this. It's a bit easier. It is important that you learn to love life, every aspect of life, in the moment. And just smell the roses. Learn to enjoy things again. Every little thing in life, be grateful for it, enjoy it, see the beauty everywhere that's around you, because it's always there. There's always beautiful stuff happening everywhere. People smiling at you, someone helping you, a bird, the sun shining, there's so many things, even in your own home. And really appreciate things and just enjoy things and life in the moment. Maybe a beautiful song you hear on the radio. Love that. Really enjoy it. Really feel it. It could be that your love life is like what it says here, is affected by financial issues or career issues. Yeah, that can happen. That maybe right now that needs most of your attention. Then you can't do much about that. But it can also be that in order to not feel empty and alone, and that you actually start working harder, and because of that start being busy with your career much more than you actually should, and then not enjoy life so much anymore. But even if you do have to focus a lot on your career for whatever reason, because you need the money and so on and so forth, then do try in the moment you have the time to enjoy things to the max, and take it easy in love. Don't rush things. Just take the time to get to know. If you meet someone, if you go on a date, take the time to get to know each other, to really feel if you could be a match, if this is the person for you. And again, if you go on a date, enjoy it. Even if the person turns out to not be the right one for you, just enjoy it. You can still have a great time with that person and appreciate that, right? So in that sense, it's what I feel for you, a lot to do with becoming a bit more light-hearted and more optimistic, beginning to see the light again in things, and that it is possible for you. Because we also have, for your potential, we have this veiled, and we have fog, veiled, and dragonfly emergence. So basically it's the same story, right? This is basically hiding in the fog, because you don't believe in it, or don't feel good about it anymore, or maybe you never did, or whatever. And you can come out of that and be you, show you, the real you, the beautiful you, and enjoy life. Start enjoying life and leave that fog behind. Come out of that water washed clean, being cleansed, and feeling a hell of a lot better. That is possible, because this is still also what is possible for you in your love life. So being seen again for you, who you are, as opposed to not feeling seen, not being seen. And also the sun is starting to shine, so this is going to go. This is on its way out, right? Because once the sun comes through, the fog is going to go. So it will clear up. That is the potential. It will clear up. Now let's look at what you should do in order to get there. That's the tarot cards. We have the strength. In traditional tarot, this is the strength card. We have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Feeling more balanced and strong, confident, believing in yourself and confident on the inside, feeling more balanced, and also taking action, stepping out of that fog, taking more action to go out there, right? Because he's stepping over that obstacle, that tree trunk, and he's moving out of there. And he's having a drink, so he's going to have a bit more fun and enjoying life a bit more in the moment. So that is really needed. And being flexible, I feel here as well, more adaptable to other people. Maybe you have also become a bit inflexible. That can happen if we are by ourselves a lot, or if we still carry hurt and pain in our heart. Then we can become a bit rigid in how we deal and interact with people. And this is a bit the message also to become more flexible, because he has put on this, what do you call that now? Skin, animal skin of the, I think it's a lynx, I'm not entirely certain now. So even though he isn't a lynx, he is flexible and going with his energy while remaining himself, right? So less rigid, becoming less rigid, but also more active. And we see the same thing here. This eel is also very, very flexible. And he's also taking action, moving, because he was there in that water. It looks like stagnant water, and there is no flow. And now he's going with the flow. He's just flowing somewhere, going somewhere, doing something, right? Which is also very similar to the emergence. Not staying in that fog anymore, but coming out of it. And I also feel it's good to take some time. You can see those cards a bit better. With this Ace of Pentacles, it is a new beginning, right? It's an ace. It's always a new beginning. But to also get clear for yourself, crystal clear, what it is you want and how you want it to be. Now, since this is in love, that should be then about a partner, a relationship, how you want to feel in a relationship and with a partner. And but if your entire life is a wee bit wobbly at the moment, then you might want to do that with the rest of the aspects in life as well. But I feel that because all these things that are engraved in that stone, it can also be a commitment to yourself. That you are going to take action, that you are going to be less rigid, that you are going to go out more a little bit, you are, taking action more and enjoying life more and going with the flow more. So also like a commitment to yourself. It can be a whole new start, a whole new beginning for you. That's beautiful. But then you have to do this, right? And the Nine of Pentacles, being okay on your own as well. So in a way that comes down to not being codependent, not being needy, also being able to stand on your own 2 feet and being okay with that, being able to take care of yourself, your own needs, and in a very strong, empowered way. Because if you look, you can also look that up on Google, the Nine of Pentacles from traditional tarot. That woman you see on there, she's dressed in a very beautiful dress. It's a lot of riches and things there, and so a very together energy. And here as well, this is also a very together energy. It's like a shaman with these antlers, and he's really very stable, really very together, knows what he wants, what he stands for. But he's also okay to be by himself. He doesn't need anyone else in order to feel good, and that's a great place to be, to find love, right? That's absolutely wonderful. So, and then we have one more from another deck. That's the Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom Oracle card deck. We have from the aspect Nurturance and Self-Care Regroup. And that's about being able to handle and deal with your emotions and your feelings, and understanding that self-care and nurturing, because this is about nurturance, is not the same as well, let's say indulgence or stuff like that. Right? Is different. Self-care is really well, it's not destructive, it's nurturing, it's loving yourself, it's caring really well for yourself, both mentally and for your body, for your physique, right? And so eating properly, having meal times, eating times, right? And not skipping meals, and exercising a bit. And if you don't like sports, I don't like sports either, but I go for regular walks, and I sometimes do fitness stuff at home. And so still take care of your body, drink plenty of water, and so on and so forth. That's self-care, that's nurturing. But it's also being able to handle emotions and deal with them. Most often, if people have bad habits, self-indulgence, addictions and stuff, that's because they cannot handle their emotions and life. So that's very important as well to look at that, right? That's why it's called regroup, I suppose, to look at that and to start taking care of yourself better. So that's what I have for you. Yeah, so there's not, if you chose this, there's not directly marriage or whatever that, you know, but you could date, you can date, we've seen that here. Just enjoy it, enjoy life, start to feel better about life and about yourself. You can date and just take it easy with it, enjoy that too, have fun with that. And so there is stuff possible. There is a lot of I think personal growth possible for you. And if you chose correctly and you indeed are just not really in a very good place, then you also know that you're not ready for Mr. Right to show up, right? Because you do not want him to show up when you're not ready for him, because then it will not work out. You want him to come to you when you are also ready for that. And then you can have a great relationship. But you can achieve an awful lot for yourself. And that's important in order to get to the point to be ready for Mr. Right. Right? So, yeah. So please don't feel horrible about this, because it isn't. It is beautiful. It is really beautiful. So thank you for watching. And have a wonderful Christmas, and see you with another reading.